Welcome to the 17th video on Microsoft Surface and Windows 8. In this one, I want to show you how to use Microsoft Update to update applications, and primarily the operating system itself and also the desktop applications. And in particular, this is the way that you're going to get the RTM, the release version of Office 2013. The Surface device ships with a preview edition, and the only reason I believe that happened is that the Office 2013 retail version hadn't come out yet. And so you have a license for it, you can bring it down, but you have to actually select that you want to access it. I imagine that eventually Microsoft is going to push that out to everyone, but it is a fairly large file. So I want to show you how to do that if you haven't done it already. So the quickest way to get to the control panel, and that's the application that you're going to use to get updates, is use the Windows key and the X key. It will bring up a little pop-up menu down in the corner here, and then you'll see in the bottom section of it, it has control panel. So I'll click that. Desktop will pop up and then the control panel will open. The very first option here is Systems and Security. So let's pick that one. And then you'll see the third main option down there is Windows Update. So I'm going to click that one. And then basically it says there's no updates available. This is not that unusual. Even if you have updates available, sometimes it will say no updates available. But you'll notice on the side here, there's an option to check for updates. So I'm going to click that. It's going to go and basically scan the system and then also the network to see if there's any additional updates. Now on my system, I have actually upgraded Office already, and so the upgrade for Office isn't going to show up. But you can see here it did say that it found an important update available. And so whenever yours shows that, at least click on it to see what it is and decide if it's something that you want to bring across. And so for this one, it's found a new definition for Windows Defender. And so I'm going to go ahead and install that. Now, Windows Defender is actually a combination of anti-malware and antivirus tools. They're built right into the image, into the operating system, and they're free. But it will help to protect you from various viruses and sites that are just trying to put malware on your system. And so this update is basically going to bring that across. Now, that last screen that I showed you that showed the Windows Defender, that's also where you will see whether or not you have any updates coming from Microsoft Office. And the Office update is fairly large. It's I think it was like 400 megabytes. And so you definitely want to do this at a time when you have your either your computer plugged into power, you have a little bit of time to download it, because it can take a while depending on network speed and everything else. This one is fairly small, but it's brought it across. Now it's installing it, and when it's done, it could ask us to restart the system, but it didn't in this time. It just said the updates were installed. Now, if you try to do an update and it fails, there's a couple of reasons for that. Usually it's that something else is going on the system that can't be happening when you're doing an upgrade. So my best recommendation is if you hit that case, let your computer just stay on for a little while. Try it again in like 5 or 10 minutes. If that still doesn't work, then do a reboot and then try the update another time. And you might have to do this a few times before it will work. But you basically want the computer to be able to finish whatever it's working on. It could be working on something in the background, and sometimes reboots are needed to free up whatever resources the upgrade is trying to do. So I just upgraded Office 2013 on a friend's machine this past weekend, and that was required. I had to reboot twice before that one went through successfully. So hopefully it does what you see here. Updates were installed. If it doesn't, then you can do the try again. To try that one. And so again, to get to this, it's Windows X, control panel, brings it up. Actually, let me close it just so I can show that again. Control panel, system options, systems and security. Oh, I actually went to the wrong option there. System and security, and then Windows Update. And definitely, if you're sort of confident with your machine, you want to take a look at some other options. The control panel is pretty much like the desktop version and provides you a whole bunch of different things that you can go to work on the system. And so good thing to sort of be aware of. For updates to your Windows Store applications, those will usually show up here. There'll be a little number to say how many. When you click on the store and launch that, as soon as that site comes up, if there are any updates available, it usually shows up as a link right there, and then you can click on it and see which ones need to be updated. And you want to try to keep those updated as well, because they might have features or bug fixes that you want for your system. And I think that's about it that I was going to show in this video. So good little trick though, just in case you're having any problems with the system, you're missing an update, or if you want to upgrade to the full Office 2013. And that's about it. Stay tuned for more videos later.